All right, let's get right into this. So this one actually is extra spicy. This guy who worked for the SSA actually fled the country. This one is a personal new favorite. I really like how it's dripping with soy sauce and seems still to sting when it hits your tongue. All right, here we go. This is from the Office of Inspector General. Basically, Social Security employees heads to prison for creating fake children's profiles to steal public funds. Let me just go through this real quick so you guys understand exactly what's going on here. Um, some people will say there's no way an SSA person could ever do this stuff. But the truth is, the SSA is just like any organization. They've got some bad apples, they've got some rotten apples, and then they've got some apples that run to Mexico. So let's get right into this real quick and make this thing kind of make sense real quick. All right. So February 26, 2025, U.S. Attorney's Office, Southern District of Texas, Brownsville, Texas, a 40-year-old Harlingen resident and former claims specialist with the Social Security Administration has been ordered to federal prison for theft of government property and for failure to appear for sentencing, announced U.S. Attorney Nicholas J. Ganjay. Lee Marvin Nichols pleaded guilty to the theft charge October 3rd, 2023. He was originally set for sentencing February 14th, 2024, but failed to appear and fled to Mexico. My man, look at him go. He's all the way in Mexico. Now, think about that for a moment. He worked for the SSA they went for him. They drove their little SSA cars down there. No, I'm just kidding. They sent their OIGs and their FBIs and all that jazz. But it's funny. I mean, imagine that. Like, imagine being in such trouble with the SSA that you have to flee to Mexico. And not only that, you have to flee to Mexico, but failed to appear and fled to Mexico in 2024. And how ironic is that? Biden's he's mass importing immigrants into this country, and the SSA is exporting an employee to Mexico. It's ironic. It's very funny. You would never see this. Okay, here we go. So here's the deal, right? So, okay, failed to appear and fled to Mexico. He returned to the United States in September of 2024. Didn't like Mexico, I guess, and later pled guilty to the subsequent charge December 2nd, 2024. So, I mean, this is right on the heels of before DOGE was ever created. I'm sure DOGE learned from it, but this is right before DOGE was even created. U.S. District Judge Rolando Olvera has now ordered Nichols to serve 18 months. That's a lot for a Social Security crime. 18 months in federal prison. So we're talking felony here for the underlying theft charge, as well as another 6 months for his failure to appear. The sentence will run consecutively. Dude's going to be in there for 2 years, 2 years plus. Well, good behavior, something happens to him. Maybe less. We'll have to see. Princess Diana, thank you for the $2 donations and happy St. Patrick's Day. I did see your text. I haven't had a chance to respond to it. I have been just absolutely overloaded. And I didn't get all the stuff that I wanted to. We did just get all the phone calls done, but Mondays are rough, very rough. If you guys don't know who I am, and this is your first video, seeing me, Attorney Walter Hnot, most viewed, subscribe to Disability Attorney in America, most clicked on Disability Attorney in America, clickety click, and bottom line is howdy. All right, let's get to it. So for a total of 24 months in prison, he must also serve 3 years of supervised release following completion of his sentence. Just so that you're all aware, the SSA is not going to be seeking reemployment for this person. No. When they say they're looking for employees here and there, this guy is off the list. All right, here we go. At the hearing, the court heard evidence describing how Nichols intentionally misused the identities of vulnerable individuals, including a man who originally applied for benefits after being diagnosed with a terminal illness. Nichols waited until this man died before creating the fraudulent application and then withdrew the benefits using a debit card at drive-through ATMs, where he concealed his identity using masks and other coverings. The court also heard how Nichols' flight from justice wasted government and court resources, and how, by taking this luxury pickup truck to Mexico, Nichols prevented the truck from being sold for restitution. Just imagine that. And for some reason in my head, I'm imagining SSA employees. They're like getting into little USPS, mail, like, I don't know, you got a mail truck, mail Jeep. I'm not sure. What do we call them? Mail truck or mail Jeep? Because it was a little alumini, mail truck vehicle thingy. So I'm just imagining like a couple of SSA people are just like getting into the mail truck. They're driving down to Mexico and they're looking for Nichols. I just can't even imagine. I loved it though. Oh my goodness. I can't wait until AI has the ability to create that scene because I will pay to see that movie. All right, next thing, quote, the defendant not only stole from the American taxpayer, but he also abused the trust given him as a public servant, said Ganji. Quote, the Southern District of Texas will continue to safeguard the public's fisc by rooting out fraudsters like Mr. Nichols. That's good. Good Batman-themed ending there. Nichols originally admitted to creating fictitious profiles for 2 children that did not exist. He linked the profiles to a recently deceased man and disabled woman living in Mexico in an attempt to create a survivor benefit application. Nichols also ensured that the debit cards for the children's benefits were sent to the address of someone with whom he was associated. He would then use the debit cards to make regular withdrawals at ATMs. When making those withdrawals, he attempted to disguise himself by using hats pulled down over his face, sunglasses, balaclavas, and other clothing to conceal his appearance. That's surprising. That is really, really surprising that you can just imagine a guy with a full face mask, little eyes cut out, driving to the bank to go ahead and withdraw the money. It's just, and then the cops pull him over and go, where do you work? I work for the SSA. Well, that should ring some bells, In addition, the IRS issued economic stimulus payments of $1,400 to each fictitious child pursuant to the Coronavirus Aid, Relief, and Economic Security Act. As part of his plea, Nichols took responsibility for over $75,000 in loss to the federal government. He also agreed to pay $82,516 in restitution to the SSA and $2,800 in restitution to the IRS. I wonder if they let him keep the truck. Nichols will remain in custody pending transfer to a U.S. Bureau of Prisons facility to be determined in the near future. The SSA Office of Inspection General? No, they spelled that wrong. Of Inspection General. No, they made a typo. Oh, look at that. They made a typo right there. Look at that. It says U.S. Hold on, right. The second paragraph. The U.S. Office of Inspections General. Inspector General. Treasury Inspector General for Tax Administration, IRS Criminal Investigation conducted the investigation. Assistant U.S. Attorney Brad Gray, Andrew Swartz, and Jose Esquivel prosecuted the case. So, if you are wondering, now look, there's going to be bots in the comments and the chat section. The bots will be like, "Oh, it's fake. Oh, this is terrible. This is fear mongering. Oh my god, blah, 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 BS." Blah, blah. You got to understand, like, these are official U.S. government releases from the Office of Inspector General, and they are saucy. I mean, you could put this character in a Harry Potter movie and do very well for yourself. That's all I'm saying. So I hope you have now learned and enjoyed, if I might, basically that the Social Security Administration isn't perfect. You will be glad to know some criminals have been fired by Elon and DOGE at the SSA. They won't necessarily know which ones they did fire, but they fired enough people that they probably got some of them. So, as a result, it's so scary. It's so sad. As a result with that, we are now going to be going to the next video because in the next video, we talk about what the Social Security Administration employees, both current and past, are saying about what the current state of the Social Security Administration is. When I go through this, you have to realize most people watching this video do not know what's going on with the SSA, how the programs work, but they listen to CNN and Fox News and they go, oh, this must be it. You got to understand, it is a very different story than what you're actually seeing on the legacy news stations. And as a result, it's going to be interesting. We're going to go ahead and go through some of that. But please remember, this guy did all of that, made fake human beings, right? Didn't have a uterus, did not have one, but still made fake human beings, social security numbers and all. Amazing talent. If you're ever sitting there wondering, can he make them? Just get him in front of an SSA terminal. He'll pop them out. He'll make it happen. Next thing, he flees to Mexico, but then decides to come back because, U.S. ain't so bad. You know what I mean? It could be extradited. You can watch that stuff. So anyways, I will catch you all later. Please remember to like. You guys don't like the like button enough. You got to give it a little tap. It needs a little, you just jiggle it a little bit. See if it turns green. All right, let's see what we can do here. Like, subscribe, become a member if you want. Also, please head to Google, type in Disability Resolution Law Firm or Disability Resolution Florida, and throw some stars up there. It's up to you. You can choose what you want to do, but please consider throwing some stars. It makes me happy when I wake up to see some good stuff. So with that said, also I go live on Mondays and Thursdays, although some Mondays and Thursdays I fall asleep, and then I go live on Tuesdays and Thursdays to answer questions for free. They're going to be doing another video, and then we'll do the video where I answer questions for free. I will catch you a little bit later. You have a wonderful, wonderful night, and we will go from there. Attorney Walter Hnot, and please remember, in the comments below, or in the bio rather below, there is a mini contract in case you want to go ahead and hire me to look over something. It's a 1-hour private session contract. I'll catch you a little bit later. I'll see you in the next video. I'll put the link in the chat. We'll go from there. Thanks so much, everybody. I'll catch you soon. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.